Hello! Today I'm going to be explaining level Hide or Die inside the Backrooms fandom. This is a crazy and unique and horrifying level all at the same time, and you have a whopping 15 minutes to survive and hide here, or else you're not going to be alive. If that sounds cool, please stick around for the video. Without further ado, let's get into all this horrifying nonsense, shall we? This Backrooms level has been assigned a class 4 difficulty due to the level being unsafe, unstable, and there is a minimal entity count. Although there might be more, I'll get into that at the end. The level itself takes place inside a 300 square meter structure that's split into 3 specific floors, plus a basement and an attic. So that's 5. The thing about this level is that it's not really that big, it's just large, and every single part of it has been compartmentalized and accounted for and documented, and you're going to want to listen because that would help you if you came here. The following list is the specific types of places that you would encounter while exploring this complex. There are 2 master bedrooms, 3 standard bedrooms, a central living room, which is the largest of all the spaces. Then there's a dining room, 3 kitchens, 4 pantries, a powder room, a laundry room, a mud room, 2 game rooms, a storage room, 2 giant closets, and then 4 empty, smaller rooms that don't really have a purpose. Each of those rooms are located throughout the different levels of the complex, and all of them are furnished with various things that correlate to what they are, obviously. The interesting thing, though, is that the majority of the stuff, it seems antique and old. Yeah, there's old telephones, there's tables and clocks and that sort of thing, but there also are modern designs. There's not just one specific type of generational architecture, it's all of them. Essentially, the entire level is that gigantic dollhouse that you can kind of see from the side with all those different rooms, and you gotta pick which one of those you want to hide in. The temperature inside the level stays cool constantly, and it's never been different from 63.7 degrees Fahrenheit or 17.6 Celsius. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, although some areas do feel colder or warmer depending on where you go. Like if you're in the attic, it's going to be warmer than the basement, but the temperature stays the same. No clue how that works, it makes no sense. I stopped trying to make sense of it all a long time ago. The vibe of this level is that it's barren, it's lifeless. Even though there's furniture, there's designs, the rooms feel stale and old. The floors haven't been cleaned in years, and there's a general musty smell that emanates from every corner, similar to black mold. And all the couches and chairs and everything you see here, they're covered in dust and dirt and grime. Clocks in this level never show the correct time, or really any time at all that matters. Some tick really fast, some tick really slow, others tick backwards and reverse. And on top of that, if you come here with a phone or a time-telling device like a watch, it'll also experience that same glitchy behavior and it just won't work. But so far, you're probably thinking nothing is really out of the ordinary with this level, right? It's just this giant complex with different rooms that kind of look like house rooms. But we're at the point in the video now where I want to tell you what the actual danger of the level's properties is and the strange things that have been discovered because of that. You see, when you get sent to this level Hide or Die, you will be entered into this living room spot, which like I said is the biggest place of the complex, kind of the centralized hub. You'll spawn in, I guess you could say, standing directly in front of a television that's in that living room. Now, the only thing is, that TV has a 15-minute timer that starts counting down the second you get inside of the living room. Like the second you put your foot down in that room, 15, 14:59, 14:58, and so on and so forth. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that when there's a timer in the back rooms, usually something bad is about to happen. But at least here in this level, you actually get to know how much time you have before something does bad happen, or bad does happen, I guess. In other levels, like the Johnny's dinner party level, you got no clue how long you have. But here on this level, you have this timer, and the second, it starts in the level, you have to go hide, and you have to find the best hiding spot possible inside of this entire complex. Remember, you have 3 floors, plus a basement and an attic that you can try to hide inside of, and you need to go through all of these and try to find one that you will not be seen in. What are you trying to hide from? You might be asking. Well, that's pretty interesting. I'll get into that in a second. Once the timer reaches 0 on the TV, the ambient buzz of the house's lights and the air conditioning and all that stuff stops. There's no sound, nothing. It just goes completely quiet. It doesn't buzz off, it just literally stops making noise. At this point, the entire place will be fully dark and it's completely silent, and it'll be so for the rest of your stay here. At this exact point, a so far unseen entity will emerge from an unknown location and begin to look inside of the house, turning over tables, couches, and anything it thinks you might be hiding under, trying to find you. Now, there's several levels that have strange beings that hunt every few minutes, like the level where the music stops or Johnny's dinner party, so on and so forth. But the interesting thing here is that in order to survive, you gotta go 30 minutes without getting seen. Now, last time I checked, 30 minutes, that's a long time. And this creature is very strange. The entity itself that is searching, it has never been seen fully, because you're typically trying to hide for your life. No documentation exists, but one single individual managed to hide under a couch, peek outside just long enough to get a glimpse at the thing. This is the rendition of the sketch that person gave. As you can see, it has multiple legs, multiple arms, multiple body parts, and they said that it seems to be able to contort, bend over and around, and form itself into any fashion possible to try to look under things and over things and between things. The eyewitness specifically said that this creature moves very strangely, almost like it has low FPS, like it's lagging in real life. It was very strange because why would something be lagging in real life? I don't know. They also said it possesses a really high level of intelligence, and it's seen looking with intent, not just like a hungry animal that's ravenous. This thing knows what it's doing. After 30 minutes of trying to hide from whatever this is, the lights will then flick back on if you survive, and the creature will be gone outside of the level in an unknown way. Those who come into this level and they get found by the entity, the victims you could say, we don't know at all what happens to them. I'm assuming it's nothing good, but there are a few theories. Now, the horror of this level is not in its premise. There are other levels where you get hunted down, but the really scary part here is you gotta sit there silently in this empty place for 30 minutes without making any noise or anything trying to alert to your presence. And whatever's hunting seems very wise, so your best guess might not work. And there's another factor that might keep it difficult for you trying to stay silent. Because of several reports from independent people, they claim this level itself has more eccentricities. Multiple different individuals have claimed that this environment, these different pieces of furniture, these walls, they seem to have biological behaviors. For instance, somebody once was hiding under a furniture piece and they said it was breathing, like subtly expanding its chest area and contracting and expanding over and over. On top of this, people have reported the sounds of these objects also breathing, like breath coming out of them. And on even rarer occasions, when individuals are in tight, enclosed areas, some have reported that the objects, like walls or doorknobs or doors or any kind of furniture at all, they have human eyes embedded directly into their surface, and they activate and open up when the lights go off. The eyes seem to have a sentience behind them, and multiple times they've been seen crying. Even though they're not connected to a body, they're in actual furniture. So at first glance, everything looks normal. It's just, old furniture. But once you're hiding and once you're having to stay in these tight, cramped spaces, you notice that breathing, that movement, and the eyes, and every human feature begin to appear, and you notice slowly that you're not the only thing that's alive inside of the level. There was once a note that was discovered behind a mirror in a bathroom here that says, quote, "They are people." Like I said, this was discovered inside of that bathroom, and I guess it's kind of a wanderer trying to warn people that the walls, the objects here, they're not just objects. They are people. And it might be the case that the victims of this entity, maybe the entity turns those victims into these specific pieces of furniture. Maybe to further on its twisted game of hide or die. Whatever the case is, this is a terrifying place with inanimate objects that come to life, a strange creature that likes to inhabit it and hunt people, and cramped, disgusting hiding spots. It really doesn't sound fun at all, and if I'm being honest, this might be one of the worst ones to try to get sent to. So in order to avoid that, just ignore the entrances, and you don't have to go. To enter this level, there is one main entrance, and this happens after ringing a phone in any level and not hanging up. That call, after 10 seconds of hearing nothing, will begin to fade into distorted music on the other end. At this point, the wanderer will lose consciousness, and they will regain their consciousness right in front of the TV in the living room of level Hide or Die. It's unknown how this phone works or what it is, but there are other entrances as well, like you could get knocked out while inside of a state of emotional distress and things like that. These other things might also send you there. To exit, you have to survive for 30 minutes without getting caught by the entity, and once that countdown ends, you'll be transferred transported into a random safe place, or typically safe place. There's nothing that's actually safe, like it could be dangerous, but that's how you do it. So now you know how to avoid it, and now you know what you are avoiding. Now you know not to come here. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you appreciated and enjoyed it at any time, leave a like. I greatly appreciate it. And while you're down there, go check out Spoogly, my other channel, Toogly, my other channel, my Instagram, my Twitter, and all that stuff. If you want more content like this from me, please let me know in the comments, as well as also comment what other levels you want me to cover. We're coming up on year number 5 of doing this, and I thank you all so much for sticking around. I'm Unk now, but I don't care. I'm still having a great time, and I hope you all are too. Thank you so much for everything, and I will see you in the next video.